everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer as a Lifestyle. So it's been 2.5 years since I've been in remission this time. Now, if you've been watching me, you know that I have stage 3 ovarian cancer. I am going on my 12th year and 4 bouts with cancer. So it's been 2.5 years now. Now, you may think that's a kind of a record, but it's really not. The longest I've gone without reoccurrence is 4.5 years, and that was the first time. So it's been 2.5 years, and my last treatment was in 2016. I had a surgery done again to remove my tumor and my tumor growth. And I've also had a beginning of a hernia that they repaired. And I had my chemotherapy, and then I had radiation for the first time. I've never had radiation before. So I've noticed during that time that my recovery took a lot longer. So everything went well and all, and I was healing well, but I was healing in a slow way. So if you are familiar with cancer, or you know people with cancer, you know that we all go through the same side effects, right? We have the side effects during treatment that everybody gets, and then you have the side effects that the chemotherapy you're on, excuse me, also the type of chemo you have also has separate side effects. And then you have the long-lasting side effects after you're done with treatment. So once I was done with treatment, winter set in, and I was noticing that it was taking me a really long time to kind of get back into normal. And for instance, my long-lasting side effect happens to affect my legs, my joints, my knees, my ankles, my hips, anything hips down. It's like I have flare-ups of arthritis. I have Charlie horses. And I was noticing, especially since it was winter, that it was really affecting me, where my knees were swollen, my ankles, and I had a hard time sleeping at night. I had Charlie horses. I was tossing and turning. And when I am always on my feet at work, I would limp because I was in pain. I could not get it to go down, the swelling and all, and I knew that this was because I just had treatment. So if the doctors don't ever really talk about it, but if you know anyone who has cancer, we all are affected, especially with our osteoporosis, our bone density. There's a loss there. So as I started, I was getting really worried that, wow, I know that I was 52 at that time, and I know it's, 10 years into it, and, how much treatment I've had, that I know that, of course I'm going to kind of, my mobility, it was going to get less and less as I had treatments. I have a reoccurring cancer. How many times can you have treatment without it really affecting you in the long term? So I knew this way eventually, I would have to quit working and all. But I was, I was only 52, and I was starting to get worried that, wow, look at the effects this 4th time was. What if it comes back for the 5th time? What will it do to me? Will I be able to continue working? So I started to think about that. What can I do to strengthen my body, kind of, help it along, so when I have to face it, treatment again, I would be strong. So one of the things that I've always wondered about were vitamins. Now, this is not the first time I thought about it. It was years back when I was thinking about vitamins. But then I thought, I changed my diet. I started eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, so I thought that would be enough of my daily intake to cover all the nutrients that I needed. But if you ever did research, you would see that our daily intake that is required is quite a lot. I mean, I don't know if any of us really take our daily amount of, let's say, vegetables and fruit. It's just, you need a lot of it. So I started thinking, well, let me start getting some vitamins. Maybe this will help me. So of course, the average person, you're not familiar with the vitamins. So the very first thing you do is you take the daily multi. That's what you do, and you go according to your age. So that's what we did. I took my daily multi, and I thought, well, okay, this got everything in it, so I should be good, right? And then, of course, another thing that the average person does when they think of vitamins, you think of your daily, and then you think of your vitamin C, right? Now, this, supports my immune system, which I was happy about. You're getting your vitamin C, because my immune system is just shot to heck, I mean, because of the fact that I've had cancer so many times, I would get, my immune system would be really low. So I don't even think that I can ever boost it up back to full 100%. But I would get these little, right after treatment, I always get these little issues, and like boils. Because of the fact that my immune system was low, and I would be open to all these different, little irritations and things like that. So, for one thing, I would get boils. I never even knew what a boil was till I had cancer. Or I would have brittle nails. If you notice, my nails are always short. For a reason, I've been cutting them. Because not only were they brittle, but I would have like white marks on my fingers, nails, and it wouldn't be just the spots that everybody gets, but it would be like half my nail would be white. Like I'm lacking something, right? So I started to think, I cut them short so nobody would see. And then I started taking the hair, skin, and nails. Oh, the glare. Can you see that? Because the glare is, yeah, there you go. Okay. Now, excuse me, especially on my feet, they're really brittle. Now, this did not, I love this stuff, and I believe that it did a lot of good. My nails are much better, especially on my hands, but I still keep them short because, well, I keep them short. But my legs, I still notice that on my feet that they're not, they're still brittle. This did not take effect right away. The hair and nails, it's not something that I saw right away that was like, hey, in a month. And I think that's what we kind of expect our vitamins to take effect, like, oh yeah, I started taking them a week ago, and you want to see results. And but I can see now it's been almost 2 years, or I think, or a year. I'm not sure how long when. I think it was about 2 years that we started, and I'm noticing my nails are nice. I like them. I lost that white across my nails that I had before. It was not looking pretty, and it was kind of embarrassing. So I would always cut them down short so no one could see. But I still have a problem with my feet. Okay, my nails, toenails. But I have read that a lot of people recommend soaking them if you have brittle nails, if you have that issue, to soak them in apple cider vinegar. So I've been thinking that I could do some foot soaks with the apple cider vinegar. I mean, we all have issues with our feet. We are very particular. We're not, comfortable showing our feet all the time, are we? It's just the way it is. So anyway, so I started, taking that. Then of course, but my swollen ankles and knees were still there. I'm still limping. So then the big craze was people were telling me, you know what, you need fish oil. And I said, of course, yes, fish oil. I started taking fish oil because that's it's great for your bones and your swelling and joints and all that. And then I started taking turmeric because it's great for inflammation. The great benefits of turmeric, right? Now we also have the powder that you cook with, and we would sprinkle it on our foods and everything. And usually you can even get I didn't even know this till recently, you can even get the actual root. And just like a ginger has the root, and you have the turmeric root. But the thing with turmeric for me was it stains. it stains everything, and it would stain my teeth. It would, all my dish towels when we're cooking and we're adding it on, it just, there's yellow on everything. It just stains. It's a great dye. If you ever need to dye some, hey, use some turmeric. Get some real turmeric powder. And it stains. And I was afraid it would permanently stain my teeth and all. I just didn't like that. I didn't like that. So I'd much rather get it in pill form than, even though I have the powder and we still sprinkle it on our food and all that when we're cooking. But, so I tried that. And, but I'm still having issues, even though I'm taking fish oil and I am taking the turmeric that's supposed to be great for inflammation, and I'm still taking them. Then I basically, I ran across a YouTube video that I love this lady. It's Natural Health Sciences, and she is just awesome. She's a doctor, and she talks a lot about these issues like that, where you're with your feet and swelling. She did a video, and she actually would give a checklist. Hey, if you're experiencing arthritis, pain, and swelling on your joints and all, are you drinking your water? Like, I drink a lot of water. If you've seen my past videos, I drink a lot of water for that reason. Excuse me. Because you want it to flush out any water that's like on your knee or in your joints and all. So I've also started to, just for that reason, to make sure that I am, my kidneys are working properly and I am flushing out started taking cranberry. Now, a lot of people give me flack about the cranberry because they're like, well, why don't you just drink the juice? Well, juice is really high in sugar. And, where it's great for kids and things like that, but you got to be really careful what kind of juices you get because they're really high in sugar. Now, I rarely drink juice. There is an occasional time that I will have some orange juice, but I try to stay away from that, especially at my age. And the fact that I am overweight, I don't want added sugar. Now, Costco has a really great cranberry juice, the Kirkland brand, but they're not always in stock. And right now they're out of stock, and they've been out of stock for a long time. That one, if you've never tried their cranberry juice, the Kirkland one, try it. It is not sweet. It's just got that perfect amount of sugar in it where it's not too sweet. Because I noticed that if you drink like pomegranate and you drink a lot of them, they are very sweet. You can taste that. Sugary. So I'd rather take the pill form and to help me flush out my kidneys. But the game changer, like I said, when I was watching this the Natural Health Sciences video, is when she was talking about this, and it had to do with my water, and she was saying that maybe your body is lacking magnesium, and that was the game changer for me. Magnesium. This little big, it's not little, let me tell you, this thing, there you go, this thing is a big black pill. But this was a huge game changer for me. My body was lacking magnesium. And almost, I have to say that almost a couple weeks after, I had a huge break. It helped my swelling. And another thing I started taking, wait a minute, where is it? Where is it? Let me get it. Sorry. At that same time was vitamin D for your bone and calcium. These three things, when I started taking these, it almost immediately changed. Now, I'm not saying because I still get the aches and pains. I still get that. Like now it's raining season. I am aching. I can feel it, but I can manage it. I'm not limping. I'm not where it's affecting my walking. I can manage it. So, yeah, it's still there, but it's not at the level that it was. So I started taking these, and you know, I at the same time I've also spoke to a fellow coworker who is very health conscious, and he was telling me how he went to the doctor, his GP, and he took a blood test to show what his body was actually lacking in vitamins. So he would be taking the right vitamins. Now, this is, let me just show you one more thing, and then I want to talk further about that. Um, I also end up taking a B vitamin, the vitamin B, but I think I'm taking the wrong one. I think I need the B6 or the 12. The reason for that is because I suffer from fatigue. If you have cancer, you know what I'm talking about. It is like a forever. It just drains you, and you never really get your energy back. Fatigue is a real thing with us, and this. I think I bought the wrong one, but I'm going to use it up. But I think I need the B6 or the 12 that actually converts it into energy, our food and everything. But going back to what he was saying, I honestly believe, and what I'm showing you here, this is what works for me, because this is what my body needs, right? This is what I'm lacking. This is what helps my body. But we all have something different. Now, I was lacking that magnesium, that calcium, but someone else is lacking something else. And this is why you can do the same regimen that I'm doing, and you might not get any effect, any result, because you have to find out what it is that your body is lacking. Now, for instance, he went to the doctor and had his blood work done, but you can also listen to your body. Just like I was feeling joint pain, I was feeling, I was getting the swelling, I'm feeling the fatigue. I know my body is telling me what I need. Just for instance, I know that I cannot exist on 4 hours sleep anymore. I need to sleep more than 4 hours. Now I spent half my life sleeping 4 hours. And I think half of America has, because, we work two jobs, or we raising children and working, and I think half of America, parents, especially moms, are sleeping 4 hours a day, 4 or 5 hours. I can't do that anymore, because you have to listen to your body. And I've learned to do that since my cancer, to listen to my body. Do I need to take a nap? Am I, for instance, my neuropathy, in my left hand, if it's, what brings it out? The chemo has damaged my nerve endings, and I get that quite a lot. A lot of people get it in their feet. I get it in my left hand. I know the minute I start getting that, and I feel it, and the numbness and the tingling, it's actually, the way I can describe it is when your leg falls asleep and somebody wakes it up, and you get that, ooh, that's how my hand feels. I know I've had too much sugar, and it always brings that out in me. So you have to listen to your body and see what your body is lacking and needing, and that's what you should base what kind of vitamins you're going to be taking. And another thing I wanted to talk about is also with the vitamins. I do not, if you notice, they all got different names. You got Kirkland here. Some are Spring Valley. Another one is Nature Made, or Nature, there's another Nature one. I forget what it is. Yeah, Nature Bounty. They're all got different brand names, right? Because I am not about the brand name. For me, it doesn't matter. It matters for some people. I get that. Some people want that. But I look at something else. I don't even really look at the price as much as I look at, okay, how many milligrams am I getting? How many servings do I have to take? Because you know what? I don't want to take 4 pills of anything. I'd rather pay a little extra, get the more milligrams in, and only take 1 or 2 pills. That's how I am. So I look at all this, and I like bulk packing. So I look at, well, how much am I getting in this? So that's what I base it on. So I don't really go look at the brands. It doesn't matter where I pick it up, if it's at Costco or if it's, the vitamin shop or wherever. For me, I have a different need. Now, some people, it matters to them, and they want something that is you know, they swear they don't like Nature Valley. They like um, Nature Made, you know. So that's up to you. So yeah, so that's what I do. Every morning we take our vitamins. We laugh sometimes that it's like a breakfast. Uh, Another thing I wanted to say, I am blessed with a daughter that would prepare these for me every single day. If I woke up really super early and she was still in bed and in the past and I had a doctor appointment or whatever, I would come back. There's my vitamins wait for me are on my desk at all times. Now that is wonderful. She always takes care of me. But recently we started both alternating. We're getting these vitamins ready for each other. And I'm telling you, as much as, you know, it's nice to be pampered, it's nice that somebody's doing things for you and taking care of you, it's a good thing to do these things for yourself. You know, we become too used to having other people do things for us. And let me tell you, that person is not always going to be around to do this for us. You know, I have, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you need care, we all need care, right? But if you can do something yourself, you know, I encourage you to try to be as independent in yourself as possible, because, you know, once we get used to someone always taking care of us in that way, when we are able and capable to do it ourselves, that's the point, because, you know, there's going to come a time in our life where we're going to need care. But if you can do it yourself, I would highly recommend that you try to do it yourself. When my son, I'm going to give you an example. When my son left home, I was so, I was just lost when he left, because he did certain things for me. And when he was gone, I realized that, you know what? I realized that I didn't know what to do with myself, because, like, for instance, he used to clean up my car, and he used to wash my car. It's like, well, who's going to wash my car now? Who's going to clean up my car? And do you know, to this day, it's been 14 years now that my son has been gone from home officially, and living, you know, separate away from us and on his own. And yet I still have a hard time going and getting my car cleaned, or, you know, and washed and all, because that's something that someone else did for me. Do you see where I'm going with that? That it's like, I am perfectly capable of going and getting my own car washed and cleaned up, but yet, you know, the fact that he was caring for me kind of set me back. And I know it's a wonderful thing to be pampered. I love the attention that I get, but it's also good to remember, because, you know what? One day, you know, my daughter's going to leave me, and I'm going to be like, I can't take my vitamins because my daughter's not here to get it ready for me. So, you know, try to do things yourself if you can, if it's possible, just so you can continue to be as independent as you can be. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the thumbs up. Do you guys do take any vitamins, and what vitamins do you take? You know, I would love to hear that. You know, sometimes, you know, the vitamin, the B, I just found that out from a friend. I didn't even totally just like left my, you know, never entered my head to be taking vitamin B to help, you know, with my energy. So, you know, sometimes we can help each other. And so if you are taking vitamins, please comment below what you're taking. Maybe that's something that we can help somebody else. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.